Can you see it? Yep. Snow. Welcome back to WEGS Garage. So if you watched last week, you saw we had some issues with our door seals, windows don't fit, all kinds of issues. So we're kind of at a standstill on the window project. So we thought it might be a good time to get the interior cleaned out and start looking at our carpet and interior kit. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Stay tuned. Well, sorry, we forgot to turn the camera on, but we did get all our interior installed.
No, you didn't.
Okay, maybe there's a little bit more work involved here. We did get everything kind of laid out. This is our interior. We decided to go with a honey tan kit from Moss Motors. We know the tan is not the original color, but we really liked the tan with the red exterior. Thought that was a really neat look. And this seems like a really nice kit. So we've got a lot of work to do. We pretty much have no idea how to install this interior kit. So now we just got to figure out where to start, I guess. All right, so we're looking for maybe like a little warm-up exercise on our interior here. And we're kind of eyeing, there's like a little piece of vinyl that goes on the front edge here where Dad's pointing. And then kind of tucks around and hides that little bit of metal that's behind this side panel. And we think that'll be fairly easy to cut and shape and get glued into place. So that's where we're gonna start.
That might do her.
All right, so there it is. That is the very first piece of interior that we have installed in our car. And that went pretty well. Nothing complicated. A lot of the edges that you see that are kind of ugly there at the bottom are going to get trimmed off. We got to trim that off once the glue sets up. So we'll probably do that next time. But it turned out really good. Really, the only part that you even can see of this is like a tiny bit like right in that corner right there. So not the most important piece on the car, but it was good to kind of get a feel for the adhesive and the vinyl, and it went pretty well. So we're going to do the same on the other side. Well, let's check on the tack level. So with both sides done now, I mocked this up again with the side panel here, and you can see how there's just a tiny little bit here really that's going to be scene is pretty much just on this edge right here. So that's nice and covered now. So I think the next order of business then is this wheel arch cover, which I know we are not gonna get completely done today, but we're kind of following along the directions here. The first step is to just trim this seam down a little bit so that it doesn't protrude once you get it glued down and cause it to be kind of deformed. And then you got to glue some foam on there and glue it down and stretch it into place. And well, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, but we're going to go ahead and get this seam cut down and we'll go from there.
I'm working on what's called gusset covers, these triangle shaped pieces of wood. These are the old ones that are covered by vinyl. And they fit, I call this a gusset, between the rocker panel and the B-post. They fit right down in there. These are the old ones and they really don't fit all that well. So what I'm gonna do is take some thin 1/8 inch plywood and cut this so it forms better. And these, if you look real careful, they aren't mechanically attached to the car. What they did is they actually ran adhesive here and here and smacked it on there. And that'll work, but I want to get this gusset cover so it conforms more to this angle and this angle so it'll fit tight.
Okay, so we got that trimmed up. Oddly enough, there really isn't a good guide that I've found for like instructions on installing any of these interior kits. So we're actually using, this is a Moss Motors guide for the TR6, which is pretty good, and the cars are very similar in how the interiors go together. There might be a few details that are different, so kind of nervous about that, but the next step they're calling for is to glue this foam backing to the wheel arch cover, and you got to butt it right up against the seam, which actually right out of the package doesn't require any trimming really. It looks like it fits very well. The only thing is, once we get adhesive on both of these, that's going to make it really interesting to get lined up, because it was kind of, you had to pull it a little bit to get it to this position. Alright, that's about all we got time for today. I didn't want to take the wheel arch covers much further because I do want to do a little more research. I know I've seen some people struggle with these things in the past, so I want to make sure we're fully prepared for that process so we get that in one shot, and we also show you guys the right way to do it, hopefully. So we'll be working on that next week. And yeah, it's not a ton of work this week. Sometimes that's how projects go. You have weeks where you get a lot done and some where you just stand around wondering what the heck to do next. So that was probably one of these weeks, but it's really exciting to see the interior come together, and it'll be fun working on that over the next month or so. So that's all we got time for. Later.